Hey guys, what's up? It's Kasahamid, and just before we go into this video, I have a tip for you guys that I've noticed works, actually, and I've been using it for the most part. When you go to reforge your weapon, and you're having trouble because you just keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it, actually pay attention to the cost per reforge, because usually legendary items will be way above the rest, and it's a lot easier to tell if you're just looking at the price skyrocket to how much you have to pay. So that's your little tip before we get into this video. But today in this video we're going to be looking at the legendary Seedler, which is a good weapon that is dropped by Terraria because it actually launches these seeds that explode and pretty much kill everything. So I'm not going to talk about it. We're going to go straight into a golem fight here and just going to see how much damage this thing actually does. As you can see right now, I am using my melee setup. Excuse me. And it is very, very good. Now, one thing I like about this is that I'm hitting the other arm with the seeds, and I'm actually hitting the other hand with the blade, which is very good. It's very good for taking down both at the same time. And the seeds will really help with crowd control as well, just because they explode, and I don't know if they actually target enemies, but they do hit them 99.9% of the time, as I found, and as you could see in an earlier frame in this video. As you can see, back when I was flying over here, 2 monsters got hit by the same explosion from that. So I think they do actually home on certain enemies, or maybe you just get really, really lucky, or they have a kind of a chlorophyte feel where they can kind of curve into an enemy. But they do a lot of damage, and it's not hard to keep your distance from the golem in its second form, because you're literally not even trying to hit him. As you can see right now, I'm just flying around him, aiming down with the Seedler, because I know that the explosion from the Seedler is going to hit him. So pros and cons to this weapon. Pros, this thing is honestly so much fun to play with and just run around. It's actually a really, really good weapon. Cons is that for how do I put this? If we look at the stats right now, it only has a 30% chance of critical hit, 80 damage. So every 3 shots will be a critical hit. It has a very fast speed and strong knockback. So all in all, I don't really have any complaints about this weapon, as you can see that too. I don't really have any complaints for this weapon. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Mostly because I just started using this weapon. It's really easy to pick up and use and have a lot of fun with, and at least one seed will actually target an enemy. Testing that while talking. Go. So yeah, I have no real. This weapon is pretty well rounded. I wouldn't use it late game, because in late game, a bunch of other weapons where you don't have to be as close to them. For instance, I can hide in a bunker and use my Star Wraith and take down pretty much and take down pretty much anything I want, as you see there, and it deals a lot of damage to the legendary Seedler. But for the most part, until you start to actually go transition to serious endgame, which is invasions and that sort of thing, these are pretty good, and they're good for invasions too, because they have very good crowd control characteristics. So, and you can also mortar the seeds over walls. As you can see, they do in fact arc. However, they do also explode, and sometimes, actually always, they don't actually have to hit the ground or anything to explode. So that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like for it and subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.